Hello everybody, welcome back to the Promotional Images podcast. Today we are bringing on Paul and Mike, our graphic design team, and they're going to give us the inside scoop. And before we get started today, if you have any promotional needs at all, go to our website at promoimages.com.
We got swag.
So Paul and Mike, how you guys doing today? Good?
Fantastic.
All right, so let's get into it a little bit. So how long have you guys been at Promotional Images?
Well, I've been with Promotional Images since 2019.
2019. So that's 7 years? Yeah, 7 years.
It'll be 7 years, July 22nd.
And by September, it'll be 20 years.
20 years.
Yes,
Wow.
20 wonderful years.
So what really got you guys into graphic design?
So I've always been doing graphic design since I was a kid. I've always messed around with Microsoft Paint, and I got Photoshop back in the day. Just slowly climbed up and up and up, and then in high school I took a graphic design class, and I realized, wow, this is an actual career. So I pursued graphic design from there.
I was inspired by my neighbor.
Your neighbor. What
Yes.
do you mean by that?
Her name's Debbie Watson.
Debbie Watson.
And I grew up on Erie Street, right around the corner from this office. Mm-hmm. And she would draw things up and all this fun things, and we'd have she'd make little games and stuff like that, but she'd render and draw everything out right there. We'd cut them out, and we have lots of games and fun with that. So ever since then, I always kind of looked at design as a path. And then I followed her path because she went to Villa Maria College, so I went to Villa Maria College. Okay. Then expanded from there. But ever since then, it's just fun showing an idea visually.
Yeah.
And so it's more exciting than just talking about something. You can see it, and touch it.
Before we get into the questions about, graphic design and the promo industry, I want to know, what's your outside life, guys? I got to know a little bit more about you guys. So Mike, you go first. What do you do in your free time?
So these days, one of three things. Whether video games, if it's during the summer, I'm always at the racetrack. I race dirt go-karts on Thursdays at Ransomville. During the winter, I always go to Canisius hockey games.
Big hockey fan?
Big hockey fan.
Nice. What about you, Paul?
And your third hobby?
Oh, what's your third hobby?
Preparing for his wedding. That's
Wedding.
coming up.
Wedding planning.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my wedding.
Oh yeah, that's the thing I'm doing in October.
Well, it's not a hobby, I guess. But yeah.
When are you getting married, Mike?
October 17th.
What about you, Paul?
Let's see. What do I do?
What do you not do?
What do I? Okay.
What do you not do?
Well, I like to hike. I like to fish. I like to camp. We like to garden. Like to work on cars. Like to fix things. Those are just
You're busy in your
life.
free time. Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, nice. All right, so let's start with the first question. For somebody who doesn't know the promotional product industry, who really doesn't know, what does a typical day look for both of you guys as graphic designers in the promotional industry?
Well, typically in our line of work, most of our work relies on client and sales reps. So usually we come in the morning, we've got a little list of different requests, different jobs we have to do. We'll usually pick them off one by one based on a few different factors, mainly urgency, how quick we can get the project done. We might do a lot of smaller projects while chipping away at a big project or some sort of web store.
Yeah, so you guys handle web stores, correct, too?
Mostly the assembly and product input.
So going from, I guess, the sales team to you guys, what does that kind of look like? The client comes to the sales team and they say, oh, we want a web store, and then do you kind of ask the questions, or what does that kind of process look like a little bit?
We have a bit of a protocol that will deal with our clients about, just to kind of winnow out which type of store that we have. There are many choices there. Some things are a quick pop-up store, you call them, and it's a quick in and out. The store is only open for 2-3 weeks, and then we will process all those orders and then ship them out. Or we'll have them go to one of our fulfillment partners and they'll all get delivered.
Within the day-to-day, what are some common design requests that you either get from clients or the sales team or CSR team? What is those common questions?
Creating mock-ups of clients' logos or branding on the products that they're proposing via proposal process. So after they're shown that, then we'll create a set of mock-up and do a mock-up deck, and then they can envision it. And so that's the always say is you buy with your eyes. So, and that's really important because some people just don't visualize it the way until you actually see it and they say that's great.
And so for a client or a prospect that's kind of watching this right now, what is something that kind of makes your process easier? Because you obviously get logos and you get them sent over, but some things can be a little challenging for you guys. So what's some like easy process things that, can help you out?
Typically, if possible, if a vendor can get us a vectorized logo, that usually really helps.
And why is that? Why do they need a vectorized?
So there's two types of files we work with. What's called raster files and what's called vector files. In a nutshell, a raster file is made up of pixels. Okay. So the larger you make it, you're going to see all those pixels. It'll become more pixelated, lower quality, the bigger it goes. A vector logo is a shape that we use in our programs, which we can make as big or as small as we want, and it will always look super crisp.
Another thing that is wonderful to receive from a client is a brand guide. And the brand guide shows how to use the logo, how not to use the logo, safe space, what fonts, what are the actual colors and everything that go along, and so that we apply the logo properly when we do mock-ups or for final production.
What is kind of the biggest misconception that people have about graphic design?
I think one of the biggest misconceptions that I can think of is design takes time. There are some projects that we can get done really quickly. There's some brands out there that have a whole bunch of different elements on their website and their logo that we can very easily grab stuff from and make cool designs. And then there are some that we just need to put a bit more time into, so we don't do the same thing that everybody else has done. Or just not white logo on blue background. We want to give it a bit more pizzazz.
Everybody's a designer. Really? It's not a misconception. It's how the AI is coming through right now. I think it's a wonderful tool. It is the best tool for anybody to do creative work. The only challenge is getting it to a form where we can use it and apply it to brands and products. So that's kind of a misconception. Oh, it's just easy. But then there's the easy part, and then there becomes the production part. So that's one of the misconceptions of it. And distilling ideas down, because now you can do anything, but you need to bring it to what's important. They'll actually winnow it down.
So that kind of leads me into my next question is like, with AI, is that obviously, do you think that's more of a tool for you guys, or is it more weighing it down for you guys?
It is absolutely a tool.
A tool.
Yes.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, 100%. It's great for ideation. If you just have anything that comes to mind, you put it there. And it's actually inspiring sometimes, because sometimes you put in a prompt and you go, and it gives you a result, and you're like, wow, I never thought of that, or I thought of it from a different direction, because it's the pool of everything, which is fascinating.
How do you balance like the creativity, but also making the design to work well on like certain promotion or products? Because a lot of people don't know is that when you're designing stuff, is that there's certain things that can fit on, like logos have to be changed and stuff like that on certain projects because they don't fit. So how do you balance both of that, being creative, but also, making sure it fits well?
Sizing is everything. Sometimes we have a lot of room to do a lot of stuff, and sometimes pens are a big example of that. There are a lot of pens out there that we can do like full designs and wraps and stuff. And then there are pens where we can barely get the company name on there.
Oh, limited by the imprint area, of course. So you could have a great idea, but if it doesn't fit, it just doesn't fit. Or the type is so tiny that the printer can't even print it, and it would just fill in and be illegible.
I ask everybody this question. I like to, get people's opinion on that work here. So what sets apart Promotional Images from the rest of the competition? I mean, you guys, I've interviewed sales reps and CSRs, but not like this is a different department now. So what is something that, sets us apart?
Well, from Promotional Images, it sounds simple. John Connolly, president and owner, his father had the motto that we've adopted is the do what you say you're going to do. I'm sure you've heard that in other videos. It's a little more complicated than that. There's a lot of depth to that because there's so many things that our company does right. And every little step of the process is filling that motto. Do what you say you're going to do, from getting the proposals out, sending the emails, getting approvals, passing it off to us, and then we're producing, then the proofing, and then delivery, and then final destination. That's the full gamut. A lot of companies fall short. We don't.
Yeah, another thing to piggyback off of Paul here, not just us, but everybody in this company, we do our best. We do not send anything out, anything short of everything we could have possibly done to make our designs as good as possible. I know the sales reps have the same mindset, but a lot of companies I found are more, do the bare minimum, get it out. Next one, next one, next one. We put a lot of time and effort into every single one of our designs. I know the sales reps put time and effort into deliveries and getting all their stuff. Everybody here, this company as a whole, nothing comes out of here that isn't the best that we can do.
When I first started here, the first thing that stuck out to me was the motto, do what you say you're going to do. And that from there on, everybody that I've worked with so far has just, done what they said they're going to do, and they really stand by that motto. So, and it seems like you guys do too. So, do you guys have anything else to add that you want, to tell clients and prospects out there from your perspective as graphic designers?
What sets us apart as well is our people and our leadership teams. We have Tom Klebeck, our general manager, and fantastic inspiration, because it's always kind of like, what would Tom or John do? And when you do the work. And then we have their other things. Since we've been growing so much, all our teams, leadership teams, have been really stepping it up. And between that and our sales force and the customer support systems and our in-house embroidery shop in the back, it's just amazing. You can't find that too much.
Yeah, one thing I would say, and this company as a whole follows this as well, don't be afraid to go outside the box a little bit. Don't be afraid to reach out and do something a little bit different. That's what we do here at Promotional Images. We take what everybody else does and we take it one step further. And never, ever be afraid to do that.
Well, thank you guys again. Appreciate you guys coming on, talking to us about, giving the inside information. And again, guys, if you have any promotional needs at all, these guys are great. They're wizards at graphic design. They've got years and years of experience of graphic design. So don't be afraid to send us logo, or if you need any designs or anything like that, reach out to us and we'll help you with that. We'll see you on the next episode, guys. Thanks.
Go PI.